White people have a very different relationship with the police. I was trying to explain this to my friend, Dave. You know, when we're hanging out, he's like, dude, what is it with black people and police? I'm like, it's not that black people don't like the police or hate the police. It's just that we have a tumultuous history with the police. One day we were driving. We're driving on the highway, and the police car pulled up behind us. And I got tense. I just got really tense. And he's like, dude, what's going on? I said, the police are behind us. And he was like, yeah, and? Did you do anything wrong? I said, that's not the point. Because it really isn't. For white people, that is the point. The police will send you to jail if you do something wrong. As a black person, you have a different relationship. The police may send you to jail just because. I know this because I was driving. I got pulled over by the police for the first time in my life in America. And already, I'm not very comfortable when driving in the United States, you know. Not because of the other side of the road, but because of the other side of the car. I'm not used to that. You know, I always get into the car on the wrong side. I'll be shopping, and I'll come back to my car confidently, and I'll jump inside, and put the things down, and then I'm like, ah. And then instead of getting out, I sit there. I always just sit there. Because I always think somebody's watching me, so I just sit there. And I act like I planned it all, like, where is my driver? Where is my driver? He should have been here by now. Where is my... Oh, well, I guess I'll drive myself. I don't know why I do that. I'm not comfortable. But you have to drive in Los Angeles. So I had a little rental car, and I'm driving on the freeway, and this police car pulls up behind me. And he drives behind me for a little bit, and then he flashes his lights. And I was like, oh, he probably wants to go past. And so I moved over to the middle lane, and then he came with me. And he flashed his lights again, and I was like, oh, come on, just go past me, man, just go past me. And I went back to the fast lane. He came back with me, and he just flashed the light, and this time he's like, whoop, 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 whoop. And I was like, yeah, go past, you keep doing with me, go past. Because I didn't think he was stopping me. I thought it was basically the vehicular equivalent of that moment on the sidewalk when you both don't know which way to go. I thought we were doing that with our cars, like, I thought that was happening. And clearly he thought that I was evading him in the most polite manner ever. Because he gets irritated and he's like, pull on the side of the road, pull on the side of the road. Now, I couldn't hear what the hell he was saying. I'm not gonna, which I think is part of the problem. I don't think it's fair that police have speakers on their cars and we don't. I think this is a recipe for disaster. That's the first step in mending relationships, is communication, people. I don't know what the hell that guy was saying, but I couldn't tell him. He was like, pull on the side of the road, come in front of the side of the road. If I had a speaker, I would have had the ability to be like, sir, I cannot hear what you're saying. Enunciate your words, please. Enunciate your words. Speak clearly. I said, pull on the side of the road, No, use your words, buddy. Use your words. Talk to me. Talk to me. What do you need? Pull over. Pull over. I'll be like, okay, I will be pulling over right now. Thank you very much. Like, it would be more effective. But I didn't know, so I'm there, and he's like, pull over. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you want to do. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, pull over. And I panicked, and so I stopped. I pulled over right there where I was on the freeway, which apparently you're not supposed to do. I didn't know this. Because I just know that police tell me to do something, I do it. So he said, pull over, and then I stopped. And then he was like, don't pull over there. Then I was like, well, you should have been more specific. You can't tell me to pull over, and then tell me to not pull over. You should have said pull over at a time that is more appropriate. You can't just tell. Now I'm panicking. He's like, get back into the road. I'm like, this guy does not know what he wants. I'm going back. Now I'm back in the road. And then he's like, take the next exit. And now we're driving. And now he's guiding me along. It's like I had a really angry GPS. It was the weirdest thing ever. And so like he's driving me like, make a right at the lights, make a right. It's like I chose angry cop on my ways. That's what it felt like. He's like, turn left, oh no. I said left, turn left, no. Recalculating. When it is safe, Mickey.